welcome to today's episode of Critically Appraised Topics. Today we will be exploring the exciting topic of OT interventions and dementia. But first, let's look at our clinical question of the day, sent in by our viewers.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I work in the School of Occupational Therapy. Today's question is, do elderly people with dementia living in the community have an increase in quality of life following community-based occupational therapy interventions compared to those who do not receive community occupational therapy services?
What a great question. Thank you, Michelle Mahoney. For your question, we have for you a copy of this book that will further guide you in your evidence-based practice. It will be sent to you in the mail shortly. Now it is time to look at the PICO. So if you know the PICO of question, please call now at 1-800-888-PICO. And today we are taking caller number 5. Okay, I think we have caller number 5 on the line. Hello, caller number 5.
Hi, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm a first-time caller, long-time listener.
Oh, I'm glad you called. What is your name?
Sonia.
Well, Sonia, do you know the PICO of Michelle's question?
I think I do, yeah.
Okay, well, we will start with the participants. Do you know the participants?
That would be the elderly folks living with dementia.
You are correct. Now, do you know the intervention?
OT services in the community?
You are correct again. Now, just 2 more. The comparison of the question.
Those that get the intervention compared to those that don't?
You are correct. And the final one, the outcome being measured.
The increased quality of life?
You are correct. You know the PICO. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And since you got the PICO correct, you will be winning an all-expenses-paid trip to Dalhousie University to take the Evidence-Based Practice for Occupational Therapists course.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
All right, well, you enjoy that course, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay.
So much enthusiasm. I hope she realizes that course is in the summer. We contacted a highly skilled group of researchers to further explore this topic area. With us today is one of those researchers, occupational therapist Lindsay Cameron. Thank you for coming in today, Lindsay.
Thanks for having me here. It's great to be here, Sarah.
So could you please provide us with a little bit more information on this topic area?
Yeah, not a problem at all. And so when we were doing our research, we found that there is a clinical problem there, and individuals living with dementia, they often experience a decline in their day-to-day functioning, and this contributes to a decrease in their quality of life.
Okay, so now, I know I'm not sure about this, and our viewers may be wondering as well, but what is quality of life?
Well, you know, it's actually an abstract concept that can have different meanings. However, research defines quality of life for those with dementia as the ability to participate in and enjoy daily activities, including self-care and leisure, and also in expressions of positive affect.
Thank you, Lindsay. It was great to have you here today. Coming up next, we are going to explore how Lindsay reports the research findings to clients and other health professionals. Stay tuned. Lindsay and I are here at the home of Mrs. McDonald, and we feel that the interventions that Lindsay has been looking at in her research could benefit this client. We will further discuss these interventions with the client's caregiver, her daughter.
Fully informed consent was obtained here, Sarah. Thanks for having me back. So today I just want to talk to you a little bit about how things have been going here at home with your mom.
Oh yeah, Mom, she's been going downhill. She's had that dementia for about 3 years now, so She's 73 now, and I tell you, she's been wandering at night, and she's cooking in the kitchen. She's got stuff everywhere, and she doesn't know where anything is, and it's just getting worse. I'm scared I'm gonna have to put her in a home. Oh, so I just really need some help.
So it sounds like this has been really hard for you.
Yeah, for sure.
In some of the research that I've been doing lately, I noticed that occupational therapy has been helpful to increase the quality of life for people who are living with dementia. And so today I'd like to maybe do an assessment, see how she's getting along maybe in the kitchen, and then we can go from there. How's that sound?
That's good, yeah. I think I hear her in the kitchen now if you want. What you doing there, Mom?
Trying to make some toast.
Toast? Well, how come you got the frying pan out?
I can't find my toast.
Okay. It's over here.
Oh,
All right. You good there now?
yes.
Okay.
I'm also worried about Mom wandering, not just during the day but at night too. When she gets up from sleeping, she's often very disoriented and she'll wander around the house, look around, try to see if she knows where she's at, and sometimes she even goes outside to figure out where she's at. And if I'm not here, I'm going to lose a lot of sleep over it because I'll be worried about her safety. Mom's also having trouble getting dressed in the mornings. She'll put her clothes on in the wrong order. Sometimes she'll put her socks on, but then she'll put her sneakers on before she puts her pants on. And I'm just worried if I'm not here to see what she has on and someone comes to pick her up, she won't be dressed properly, and I know that would really bother her.
That you were having difficulty with today was getting dressed and also cooking in the kitchen. And Sally, you had mentioned that she was wandering at night.
Yes, yeah.
So I would like to offer some helpful strategies and tips for you guys so that you're able to be more independent here and you're able to stay in your home as long as possible. So I'll do up a little booklet, if that's okay with you guys, of these tips and strategies, and we'll meet back in about a week. How does that sound?
That'd be great.
Sounds great, dear.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Mrs. McDonald reports that she is not satisfied with her life at home. Following the observations today, I discussed doing an assessment with Mrs. McDonald, and these are the results. Using the Dementia Quality of Life measure, Mrs. McDonald's quality of life is low right now as she reports having difficulty doing things for herself and relies heavily on her caregiver Sally to do things for her. In our next session, I plan to discuss possible interventions with Sally and Mrs. McDonald to increase her independence, which will increase her quality of life.
The OT gave me a booklet with lots of tips and tricks I'm going to try around the house with Mom. Hopefully this will help. I can lay out her clothes for her in the right order, putting up labels so she knows where things are. Also putting a bell on the door in case she goes out at night.
So since I've given you the booklet and you guys have been doing some of these strategies at home over the past month, how have things been going?
Good. I found breaking things down, it really helped a lot. Like we put those labels on the cupboards and she's been able to make toast really easily now. And I've caught her twice getting up out of bed with the bell on the door. So things have been going good.
Good. And how do you feel about everything?
It's better. I'm glad I'm happier. I'm glad I can stay in my own home now.
Yeah, I think with these things we'll be able to keep her here for a little bit longer, eh, Mom?
Yeah. That's great.
A great example of how occupational therapy can help those with dementia increase their quality of life and keep them in their homes longer. Now we're going to check in with Lindsay as she discusses the findings of her research with her fellow colleagues.
So I've been working with this client recently, and we're working on his gait, but he's got mild to moderate dementia, and his caretakers have brought it up to me a couple of times, saying that he is struggling at home and just overall not satisfied with his quality of life. I'm not quite sure where to go about that. I'm not sure what else I can do. So I was wondering if you had any tips or ideas about how to go about that.
Yeah, actually, I just looked up 4 studies the other day that were all talking about quality of life for dementia patients.
Okay.
And they were all randomized control trials, so they have a pretty high level of evidence. And they found that occupational therapy interventions such as a day program, environmental changes, have been very helpful in increasing the quality of life. And it's actually been found to be statistically significant. And a couple of the studies had a large effect size. So it's pretty concrete evidence.
That's great, actually. Okay, that kind of fits exactly where this client is, so I'll make sure to give them the information you've passed on and maybe send a referral to you.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. That's actually great, so you should spread the word.
Explaining your research findings, it is very important to effectively communicate. Lindsay did this extremely well with her clients as well as with a colleague. When she was with her clients, she really took the time to think of ways that she could present the information in a way that was easy for them to understand. She simplified things and did not use any jargon. She also provided just enough details about the process and the intervention for them to make an informed decision. When Lindsay discussed the results of her research with her colleague, she used a much more technical language that would not be as easily understood by people like me or her clients. She made comments about the significance of the results and the effect sizes, and also about the research study designs. Having this information would be very helpful for an educated physiotherapist in this research area to make decisions on how they can help their clients.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. I hope you have a better understanding of the impacts that occupational therapy can have on dementia clients. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for our next CAT, and have a good night.